This video is brought to you by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino.
It's finally happening. They worked out some D-tack. Ain't gonna hype them up. I pray they good. Good people. It's your boy, Mr. Rome. Cowboys fan talk. Right back. Like I never left. Now listen. Be excited. Finally be happy. The Cowboys is doing what we need them to do. Okay? Listen, I know training camp ain't even been going bad. It's been physicality. I've been seeing great things from some of our young receivers. I've been seeing our defense make incredible plays. Mike Zimmer schemes been looking good. Dak Prescott been dropping dot for your viewing pleasure. Dak Prescott dying. But even with all that, there's still things that we need to address. And I said that in my last video. If you ain't seen it, go check it out. I said, listen, we need to address running back. We need to address defensive tackle. Now, I ain't saying they listening to me. Little old CFT, they ain't paying attention to me. But other people that do have louder voices than CFT have been saying it. Shout out to my brother, Voch Lombardi. Shout out to Brian Broadus. Haven't met him yet. And before somebody come in my comments and say, stop stealing Voch's stuff, I've texted Voch before. Voch don't mind me using any of his clips. So take that somewhere else. But I got to give y'all the info just in case y'all haven't seen it. I'm sure y'all have because Voch one of them dudes. But if you haven't, Brian Broadus said it yesterday. The Cowboys are waiting to see the status and the progress of Mazi Smith before they make any moves. And I'll speak on Mazi Smith in a second. Let me let you see the clip, and then we'll get to Mazi.
I will say this. I do not think that Will McClay will leave this position unattended. I don't. I think he's going to look at his personnel, and he's going to see the same thing that you and I are seeing and others on this field.
Yeah.
That they have a chance to be a good defense if they can figure out what to do with the one technique. And they try to do it by drafting a guy. He's not ready. I mean, he's not ready to play. He's inconsistent. Sometimes he has a good rep, and then he'll have 3 bad reps. And then he'll have a good rep, and then he'll have another good rep, and he'll have 3 bad reps. But there's no consistency with the way they play. They can talk about it all they want. They really can. Talk about it all you want. This is very similar to this is wide receiver by committee.
Listen. Brian said it right there. He said everything you need to hear. The Cowboys, listen, it's all about consistency. That's the word with Mazi, consistency. It's not that he don't have great traits. It's not that he's not going to one day be a great defensive tackle. But just like the Eagles have been waiting for Jordan Davis to realize his number 13th overall pick or whatever, the Cowboys are waiting for Mazi Smith to realize his 24th overall pick potential. He just ain't ready yet. Now, am I saying he's not ready to play at all? No. But should we let this entire season hinge on Mazi Smith? No, we should not. Enter today. The Cowboys signed 3 players. Linebacker Nick Virgil. Linebacker Darius Harris, hard to say. Defensive tackle Albert Huggins, which was the first thing to be like, oh, we signed a DT. It's a nod to their addressing the position. Am I saying that Albert Huggins is the end-all be-all? No, because his stats say that he's trash. I don't know what else to tell you. But we're looking for defensive tackles that can run, stop, and clog holes. The stats aren't going to pop off the page. Now, we did work out defensive tackle Kevin Strong that played for the Cardinals last year. He started like 11 games or something like that. He had I think 3 or 4 sacks, a whole bunch of tackles. Now his stats made my eyes pop, but we just worked him out. He probably wants some money, because of his stats. We'll see. But the reason why I bring these players up, when Todd Archer sent the tweet out, shout out to Nick Harris, he clarified it, is because we're addressing defensive tackle. And to let you know the progress of Mazi Smith. It's not that it's necessarily bad. It's that he ain't done yet. When you get some baked goods or you get a frozen pizza or you get something you got to throw in the oven, you snatch it out 10 minutes early, it ain't done yet. It's doughy. It still ain't done baking. I'm sorry. You can want it all you want to. It ain't done. That's Mazi Smith. I want it a lot. I want him to be great. And he still might end up being great. I got faith that he can be great. but we're trying to force him coming off of a rehabbed offseason, an injury, gaining weight back to be perfect, and we shouldn't be doing that. Now, Nick Harris came out. You know what? Before I go forward, shout out to BetUS. This stream is powered by BetUS, and I just want to let you hear a word from our sponsor.
Michael Vick here at BetUS.com. Get it all. Huge bonuses, great odds, a race book, live in-game betting, and a casino. BetUS, my online sports book and casino.
Now, my fault. Listen, Nick Harris, shout out to Nick Harris. He's been doing a phenomenal job covering camp of DallasCowboy.com. He put out what we're doing transaction-wise with these new players we brought in. Signed Darius Harris, D-tackle Albert Huggins, linebacker Nick Virgil. We moved CeeDee Lamb to reserve, did not report list, whatever that is, so we can add a player. Moved Sam Williams to injured reserve after torn ACL. We knew that was going to happen. That provides a roster spot. Waived linebacker defensive end Byron Vaughns. Y'all ain't know who that was, and neither did I, and I'll pay attention to this team every day. So don't trip. Nobody good is gone yet. We lost Sam Williams, but nobody good is gone yet. We're fine. But back to my original point. We're addressing defensive tackle. The progress of Mazi Smith, he's not serviceable. I think Mazi's going to have times this year where he makes big plays and shows us I'm growing to that. But we should not be depending on just him. That's not fair to him or to us. So, yeah, bring in some veterans. Like I said, that guy we worked out, hold on, give me a second. That guy we worked out, and hold on. Scrolling through my little iPad. Kevin Strong, his stats look great. But we got to see. I'm just happy that this is the first nod to we ain't done. We ain't done. Be excited. None of these players might not even make the roster. But they might. The linebackers are not really too, that's depth. We got amazing linebackers. You know, Eric Kendricks, Maris Littlefowl, Damone Clark, Demarion Overshown, Willie Harvey. Our linebacker room is stout and set. This is more depth, special teams type stuff like that. But, you know, I'll get back to training camp for today just so I can get y'all a couple notes. So y'all don't think I just ignored that at all. Al Human said the training camp was intense. Goal line, red zone, short yardage reps all day. D-line showed improvement. Already on the day we signed somebody, Mazi Smith has his best day of practice. Osa has his best day. Golston has his best day. And just so I can prove to y'all that Mazi ain't looking too terrible, I'll put up some clips of him going versus Brock Hoffman. Consequently, Brock Hoffman ain't have that great of a day. Brock was getting worked out like a Bowflex. And that's his biggest problem. Brock got the knowledge. He can snap the ball. He got all the 1-2. He work hard. He's just not that strong. Strong like you need your center to be. Strong like Cooper Beebe is, who had his best day. So I'll let y'all do with that information what y'all will. But Mazi Smith is showing progress. I don't want y'all to think these signings are just a detriment on Mazi Smith. But we are addressing the D-tackle position, and we need to. Shout out to Jalen Moreno Cropper. Shout out to Malik Davis. Other players that had really good days at camp. Like I said, the Cowboys camp is not going bad at all. But that don't mean that the front office shouldn't be working and the scouting department shouldn't be working. Bringing in these players, working out D-tackles lets me know that they're going to address these positions before the season starts. But listen, shout out to BetUS. Remember, CFT, Cowboys Fan Talk, is powered by BetUS. I appreciate my channel sponsor. I am not mad about what's going on at all. I'm excited. You should be too. I'll holla.